All right, first and foremost, let's give all praise, honor, glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. You saw the name of the God, Son of Mashiach, Yahweh, Shah, who the world eagerly calls Jesus Christ.
Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Alahaya Yahweh Yahweh,
Here is the Lord God, the Lord. All right, Lord Yahweh, give us another day to come out here and teach the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. All right, true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. All right, to also come out here and publicize the downfall of the kingdom of Babylon, aka America. All right,
It's the book of John, chapter 14, verse 15. If you love me, keep my commandments.
They said, if you love me, keep my commandments, right? A lot of people say they love God and they have their own relationship with God, but it says if you love him, keep his commandments, right? That's it on that. Go ahead.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 21, 28. But he said, ye rather, Luke chapter 11, verse 28. But he said, yea, rather blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it.
And say, yea, they are blessed of God that hear the word and keep it, right? So you can hear the Most High laws, you can understand the Most High laws, but you keep them, I don't know. All right. So you can't say, saying you go to church every day and you praise the Lord and freaking I don't know, you do whatever you do in church. With the Catholics, they dip their finger in the water and put the cross on their head and they bow down into the Caesar Borgia, right? And they say they love the Lord.
But that's a good thing that you don't know what they do in church.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's just people do a lot of things and they think it's right. That's what I noticed, right? People do things that they think is the good thing.
But it's according to their own
their own understanding. So I went to this one church, right? Crazy situation. Right? I go to this one church.
You gotta tell them the situation.
All right.
You gotta tell. I mean, at least give them a little bits and pieces.
All right. So, I had this one friend, and I told her I'll go to her church. All right, and I'll listen to her pastor. If she comes to my camp, all right, listen to me, right? So boom, she came, bam. Now I'm going to her church, right? I asked her on the phone. I was like, "What kind of church?" She was like, "It's a predominantly white church." I'm like, "Okay, all right, cool, right?" So I get there. It's this big old church. Yeah. I get there. It's this big old church and everything. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of white people saying, "Oh, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? And that's the first thing I heard with. And then they checked my temperature like 3 times. They checked my temperature at the line, when I got in, and when I got in the other building. I started getting aggravated.
They will make sure that the Negro is all right.
And like, damn, I don't see no one else getting checked that many times. I'm like, they trying to check me? It is, but it's whatever, right? You know, saying people are scared of coronavirus. So then they start the service. I'm in the adult service at this time. They start the service, and this white girl comes in there, right? She's pregnant and everything. I guess it's her last week there, right? These people, right? The pastor says, we're going to take this moment to send praises on whatever her name was, right? And so everybody stood up and they put their hands on. They started praying. And this going through my head, I'm like, okay, cool. So first, they're already breaking the law, you know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to pray in public and everything like that. Second, they're just like they're trying to like they have like spiritual power to put praises on somebody. You know what I mean? And they're just giving this girl like this the whole day.
Hands, huh?
Right. This whole day was about this white pregnant girl, and it's her last week. And then at the end of the day, they say, "Oh, guys, remember, she's always gonna be with us on the earth." So what's the point in doing that? You're gonna see her every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no point in that. You know what I'm saying? You got something?
Well, the thing is, we just got done full of precepts on it about praying in public. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? Yeah, we just got done full of precepts. Now, we didn't pull precepts on it. We were just letting them know what was going on and about praying in public. We just got done telling this female that came to the camp spot, and he went over there as keeping his word. You know what I'm saying? He was just keeping his word, Numbers 30, right there. So, you know.
So out of all of that I said, the point is that they thought it was just a good thing and righteous thing to pray in church, right? Well, it's on the outside because of the coronavirus.
So yeah, it's outside, right?
It's outside, but they thought it was a good thing to pray over this woman. You know what I'm saying? First, that's basically idolatry.
And she's basically a lamb and a goat. Right?
Sure.
They're just transferring sins to this woman. They're not even helping her. They're just transferring sins to her. And she's the scapegoat. That's what it is. Right? She's the scapegoat. She's going to get all the sins transferred her and walk off with all the sins on her. That's what happened. She was a sacrifice. I got to preach that. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 5 and verse 16. Drink waters out of thy own cistern.
Say, drink waters out of thy own cistern. What does that mean? That means do whatever you do, saying by the most power of your hand, do whatever you do from your own power. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to other people to get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Yeah,
that's what water is. You have a question? All right, then. So, so you don't go, if you're a black person, you don't go to the white church and get all of their knowledge. That's like, and that's crazy because I asked her, I was like, oh, so like, mom goes to the same church, right? The mom's black. She said, no. I said, so like, what do you mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just like go to church by yourself or anything? And she's like, yeah. I was like, what does your mom and family think about that? She's like, oh, they're always clowning me because I go to a white church. I was like, she started saying, I was like, yeah. It's like, and I said, and you know what's crazy? She said she doesn't go to a black church because she feels like she doesn't learn anything. People like, she knows it's crazy, right? She said she doesn't feel like she learns anything because, saying all they do is like sing and dance and stuff like that and praise the Lord and everything. Man, it hurt me to be on that phone. Because I was talking to her, I was like, you need to praise the Lord and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's real good. The pastor was very passionate. But the white pastor, when I was listening to the white pastor, he was making a whole bunch of corny jokes. At least the black pastor was really trying to tell you something to send the message out there. But hey, man.
I got to preach that. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
God, so though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, right? She going to this white church, you know what I'm saying? They join their hands, making you think everything's all good and everything. The wicked are still gonna be punished.
And they've been that wicked seed that the Most High deemed them to be that wicked seed ever since the Grecian captivity, the time of the Maccabees as well. When you go into the Maccabees, they're that wicked people. The Most High said it, we didn't. It's in here. We didn't write it. It's just been there.
And, it's crazy. It's like how many white people there was? There was about, I said there was about almost 300 people there. About 300 people there. The only black people I seen was, it was one of the dudes that was seen at the choir. It was a mixed dude, and then a black teacher, and then me, and then the girl. That's 5 people. Out of all those people that was there, only 5 black people. And I was like, wow, like it's like I know she sticks out like a sore thumb. Because I know I would. Like if I'm the only person that's there that's not a part of like the teachings and everything, I'm the only black person there, I would be very uncomfortable. Like like I would not want them to take me to a back room or nothing. I was like, nah, I'm good, man.
That's a serious problem though right there. I mean, I see if it was like 70-30 or 50-50, that girl really got a serious problem. She really does. And to throw out a negative connotation like that, like, you know, when I go to a black church, I don't learn that. Basically, said when I'm with my people, I don't learn anything. But when I'm with you guys, I learn something. That's what she's saying. I mean, it don't get no broader than that. That's just what she's saying.
I don't get how you learn it. There, she started the white pregnant lady, which was teaching. She was the pastor for the youth service.
I wonder what she gonna teach that black people. I wonder what she gonna teach her.
All she talked about was she was trying to talk about faith, and what she talked about was how she had faith because you know she had 2 miscarriages and her brother-in-law had cancer and everything, and she was really sad, and how she fought through it and kept coming to church. She still believed in Jesus.
Right?
That's how you say Jesus.
Yeah. That hurt. That hit a special place. That hurt. That hurt right there. You say, y'all never do that?
Psalm 19:5. Right? Give me Matthew 7:21.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. That Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than man.
I said we ought to obey God rather than man, right? So we ought to obey the Most High's statutes. We listen to what the Most High says rather than, you know what I'm saying, and what they say. Because men can tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? Men can tell you, hey, you know what I'm saying, it's okay for you to report. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to the Bible, it tells you not to, right? Because I was asking her while I was on the phone, I was like, you know what I'm saying? You know you're not supposed to report. She was like, well, I never heard of that. Like, you know, you say you're not supposed to eat shrimp. Like, what? I never heard of that. So basically what she was doing was that she was listening to man's mouth and man's laws, except for paying attention to what the Most High said, right? And let me tell you, they gave out all these Bibles to all of the people. Not one of them opened. Not one of the people opened it. And then, you know, one person opened it, right? It was just one dude, he was a teenager. One person opened it. They said go to Hebrews. This guy was at Genesis. He wasn't even following along. So everyone's just listening to this pregnant white lady talking about her brother-in-law with cancer.
I said it. You go to church, they pull one precept, don't finish it, but talk about their dog and make jokes. Why did they say the jokes part? But they just talk about their dog the whole time. That's because they make jokes. That's what they do. This is Matthew, chapter 11, verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord. Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord. Hey. So, not everyone that says unto me, Lord, Lord, shall make it into the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
It's Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven.
But they that do the will of my Father which is in heaven, what is the will? That's coming out here and teaching people. All right, keep the commandments of the Most High. Or you can just say, I believe in the Lord, I believe in Jesus Christ, I believe in God, and that means you're going to be saved, because you're not. All right? Faith without works is dead. Keep going. Right.
Not a slap. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils?
Right.
And in thy name done many wonderful works?
Right.
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you.
Hey, they're going to say, people, hey, at the end time, people going to say, Lord, I came out here, I prophesied, I put in the work. You know what I'm saying? I done brought people in, I got fruit and everything. And then y'all was going to say, I don't know you, bro. I don't know you, man. Right? Keep going. Verse 23.
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you.
Right.
Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
Good. Ye that work iniquity. All right, why is God saying it? It's because just like the other people, right? Just like the people that say, Lord, Lord, and you're not going to be saved, you come out here and you put in the work, but at home, you a sinner, right?
You just a wicked son God.
Right.
You
just a wicked thing, man. So yeah. So you just come out here putting the work. You can't be what do you call it? I forgot what you call it, but you can't come out here, teach the Bible, be a Hebrew Israelite, and then go home and be a freaking Negro.
Poser. You're a poser fake. You're a pretender. You come out here, you do the work, go home and be wicked. You don't do what you're supposed to do. But a long story short, what do you call those brothers? They are part-timers. There you go. You part-timer. That's another word that is there.
This is the book of Matthew.
Hey, yeah, the most time word, being an Israelite is not a part-time job, man. That's full-time job with grave work.
Graveyard shifts too sometimes.
Yeah, graveyard shifts. You gotta go in on the clock. Go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13.
Right.
Enter ye in the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be. Book of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in the straight gate,
right?
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
It said, enter ye in the gate, in the straight gate, for wide the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, right? You got this big gate in front of you, right? And you gotta go through, you gotta stay straight, right? But hey, that road to destruction is right there. That road to destruction is in there, man. Right, go ahead.
And many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. And few there be that find it.
It said narrow is the way that leadeth unto life, right? That road to destruction is big, right? This is a broad, like say like a broad statement. This is a broad way of destruction, right? Just look at the destruction in front of you, right? It's right here. Our America is destruction. There's all these philosophies and doctrines and everything. That's a big way to go, right?
Yep.
But the way to life and the way to everlasting life, the way to the law, statutes, commandments is very narrow because it's only in this small book. You can go anywhere and receive destruction, but you have to go to a small book to receive life. Go ahead.
Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep clothing.
Right, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep clothing. You got a question?
Yeah, are you guys with Sakari Camp? Because I used to watch Sakari.
No, but that is another group that we affiliate with.
What are your names in the gospel?
We are Four Foundation of Righteousness.
Yes, but what's your Hebrew name?
My name is Zanaka Arya. This is Marakad, and this is the
Hi,
Marakad.
nice to meet you. Do you guys know Karam Ban Yahada?
Yes,
Who?
we do.
Karam, that was
Karam?
my ex.
That was who?
My ex.
Oh, okay. How long ago?
3 years.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys in the middle of teaching camp?
Yeah, we are, but if you have any questions.
Can I just stay here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Share the word of God.
Yeah.
Hello.
Of course.
I'm wearing pants today only because I just got out of the hospital. But trust me, I wear pants.
Okay, whatever.
Just
And we still gonna stay in this people.
Beware. Verse 15.
Oh yeah, and so it said beware of false prophets who come on the way. So it's basically like, you know, say like you playing a game of Mario, right? You got those little monsters that come at you there, and you try to get the princess, you know what I'm saying? But you got the little monsters that come to you and you gotta do this, you gotta do that. That's what happens. Through life, you're gonna go through troubles, you're gonna go through temptation, but you gotta keep going through that path, man. That's right. Wow. All right, that's it on that. What was that on verse 14? Go ahead.
This is John chapter 3 and verse 36. He that believeth on the Son hath everlasting life. And he that believeth not the Son shall not see life.
Right. So he that believeth on the Son, right,
okay.
have an everlasting life, right? But he that does not believe on the Son, right, is not going to see life. So, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, you see a lot of people, and this is a thought that goes through the Hebrews like mind all the time. It's like, okay, cool, you know, I'm keeping the laws and statutes and commandments, right? But the people that know, you know what I'm saying, they're rich and having a good life, partying up and everything. But I'm stuck here at home reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I'm stuck here at home reading the Bible, but you know what I'm saying? That's the life. That's the stuff that you gotta get to. So you're only paid a penny, but when you get to the Most High Kingdom, you're paid a lot, right? It's like that one scripture that says, "I build my riches in heaven." You know what I'm saying? Just like all the disciples wasn't rich. You know, the disciples were living in big kingdoms and everything. No, they was poor men on a boat catching fish, right?
I don't have my hand sanitizer.
This is the book of John, chapter 21, verse 15. But when they had dined, Jesus said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, dost thou me more than these? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my lambs. Oh. He said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my sheep.
Hey, so hey, right now, Christ is giving up commandments. He's giving up calls. He's like, okay, cool. You say you love me, right? All right, cool. Feed my lambs. You know what I'm saying? He said, okay, cool. You love me? All right, feed my sheep. Go ahead.
Verse 17. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time.
Hey, so now Peter's grieved. Peter's mad right now. He's like, man, he asked me, I love him one more time. Like, go ahead.
Lovest thou me? Right. And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Jesus said unto him, Feed my sheep.
So then he said to him again, Feed my sheep, right? But then Christ already asked him to feed the sheep.
Yes.
So this means at first it was the physical sheep, you know what I'm saying, the animals and everything. Now he wants to feed his other sheep. So what does this say? This is saying that, you know what I'm saying, for all the time, you know, you keep commandments, you keep the laws, right? And people look for temptation to give us something, right? So you feel something, you're like, man, I'm not going to work out. Right? That's those are just temptation. Those are things that the outside is putting there, or the little guy that is putting there for you. All right? He's making sure that you actually love him. Okay? We'll work it out.
I want to add something to it so you can go to the precept.
Good.
There's a difference between lamb and sheep. Lamb is the baby sheep. So remember how we're not goats? Remember when he comes back and he's putting all the goats to the left and all the sheep to the right?
Right.
So remember, faith without works. So it's all about the three, right? Yesterday, today, tomorrow, past, present, future. Christ, Civil War, third. So when he said, feed my lamb, he's talking about his people. And when it says faith, it's all about, let's talk about some faith things. Like faith without works is dead, and how faith in his son is the only way you get into heaven, and how it's the straight and narrow gate. Let's talk about some faith things so people can understand what great faith is. Oh, ye of great faith. Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, ye of no faith. There's no one in Samaria that has more faith than whatever. Let's talk about the faith.
Yeah, I get you.
The
Cool.
faith. The
Okay, I'm gonna keep going on this.
Okay, keep going. But I just want to, yeah.
Good. I got you on something. Give me Psalms 19:7. Give me Titus 3. So yeah, like I
Sorry
say,
for
you know,
interrupting,
Peter.
but I'm a student. I'm a teacher by trade, so I love engaging in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Yeah, so you know, Peter started getting grieved because the Most High was telling him to do so many things. The Most High was putting so many, not stumbling blocks, you know, giving him so many attacks that he started getting grieved because I was trying to kept questioning if he loved the Most High or not, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So he started getting grieved, but that's what happens on us with the daily basis. You know what I'm saying? We get temptations. You know what I'm saying? Stuff starts happening to us. You know what I'm saying? We go through a bad situation. We're like, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, where you at, y'all? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to help me.
You've been there.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to help me give me a couple dollars so I can pay the rent real quick. You know what I'm saying?
God ain't no genie in the bottle.
Right. Make not haste in the time of trouble.
Remember when he told Peter, I already prayed that your faith will fail you not.
So 19:7.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
Hey, it said the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul, right? So with this saying, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, cool. So I'm perfect. I'm going to convert you to me. I'm going to convert your soul to me. So what does that mean? It means you can be perfect.
Exactly.
Because he said he's going to convert your soul. You're converting, you're turning, turning to. You know what I'm saying? Like it says, repent ye and convert not. It's so, no.
Yeah. I don't think so.
So it says, repent ye and convert. So someone give me Acts 3:19. I'm gonna make sure I got it right. All right.
I don't think it's
No, because it says to convert or something like that. We're gonna get it straight.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 3, verse 19. Repent ye, therefore, and be converted.
And be converted. It's like it. So it says, repent ye and be converted, right? So, you know, say you're supposed to convert to Yahweh Shai.
And then in the midst of that, you're being perfect. Everybody's definition of perfect is flying out the sky, jumping, running super fast, and everything else. That's the idea of perfect. If you ask a common citizen, that's the idea of perfect. But the Most High is keeping His law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
This is Psalm chapter 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
It said the testimony of the Lord is sure, making the wise and simple. You can make a professor look simple, look like you don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's happened. I have made a lot of teachers make it look like they don't know nothing. Right? Because when you prove wrong, hey, you get your wisdom from the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right. That's right. Young brother telling me.
What verse is that?
Verse 8. The statutes of the Lord are right. Rejoice in the heart. The
statutes of the Lord are right. Rejoice in the heart, right? You ever been in a situation and like you did something right according to the Most High, you felt good about it? You was like, yeah, I did that right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you rejoice in the heart of the Most High wants you to do those things. It made you feel good. And there's a difference too when you think about that. Because the Most High wants you to do something because you want to do it. But also, it's a difference when you're doing something because your father wants you to do it, but you're rejoicing. You know what I'm saying? And you're happy that you're doing it. Now you want to continue doing it because you know your father taught you something. But if you did it and you didn't rejoice in it, It's a big difference. Now you're doing something that you don't want to do. And it doesn't mean anything. Like the Most High told you that's a good thing to do, but you're not rejoicing.
Right. And there's one thing that I don't like, saying with brothers and the truth is when something has pork and they're like, damn, man, I really wanted that. No, man, don't be mad. Be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get mad about something that the Most High wants you to do. You're supposed to be happy about it. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be like, oh, hey, man, all right, cool. All right, so I don't got to eat pork no more. All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Done. Verse 8. This is Psalms 19, verse 8. The statutes of the Lord are right. Rejoice in the heart. The commandments of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether.
And the judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. Right? So these those judgments that the Most High talk about, and those are true. So don't play with the Most High. All right, and they're also righteous, right? Whatever the Most High does is righteous.
All together.
Exactly, all together. Go ahead.
Verse 10. More to be desired are they than gold, yea, than much fine gold, sweeter also than honey, and the honeycomb. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned, and in keeping of them there is great reward.
And by keeping them there is great reward. We're good in our riches in heaven.
And then at the same time, what he's just talking about is when good comes, you warn. We warned us. These commandments, we warned them, right? We warned us. The fact that we warned her and she's not listening.
You can lead the horse in the water. You can't make it. No, after this. What verse is that?
That was verse 11.
Oh, that was okay. Excuse me, sister. How long was you wife there, brother?
Oh, it's complicated. It was a messy marriage. So from 2016, when he first came into the truth, it was in 2016. Coming into 2017, I was wife, he took me as his wife, he took other women as his wife. I was okay with it. So until 2019, he got so into like abortion. It just ended up okay.
Yeah, that was not the
So 2017, 2019, I know people like Rayon and
yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's personally, but Jordan had a conversation. And I reached out to him to take counsel. He wasn't ready to tell me, but it got found out that you weren't in counsel. He wasn't ready to go to the school. I was took him one time as his friend. And then after that, it was all isolated at home. So I was very impressed with him. I already deal with mental health issues. He knows that. So it just ended, like, God bless him. Like, I don't care if I see him on the street. Like, I really wanted to be the guy. Like, it's trash.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna stop right there. All right.
Well, we put hands on each other.
Okay, yeah. All right. Just cut off right there. All right. Okay, so cool. So he was teaching at home. Hold on, real quick. So it seems like he was teaching at home. So you got.
But here's the thing: we both know the word.
Okay. Hold on. Real quick, sister.
We're not together. I don't want to talk about the past.
I know.
I want to know like.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Good to that. All right. So he was teaching at home, right? It seems like that.
We didn't live together.
You guys didn't live together, but he was teaching you, right?
It wasn't like really teaching. It was more so turning to the class and telling what you learned. And it was more like scripture here, scripture there, but he's not breaking things down because he's a busy man. You know what? He has his father's business and stuff like that. He's a busy man. Like men were at his doorstep like all the time, taking care of. He was living out the gospel, but he had a woman who was in grad school, going through it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still in grad school because of the work I went through. I should have ended up with a long time ago. So it's affected my finances, my health, my body. I was going all over it. It was real life family, real life trying to take us under. But like God bless them. I mean, there's no such thing as this. God bless them, but it was a tumultuous relationship because God was so in it and the devil was so trying to break it apart. But God was so deep, but we just couldn't get on one accord at the instant. Like I should still be his wife, but it got to the point where his wife didn't want me his wife.
So how are you not his wife?
Because for me to clear to that wife, she blocked me. She blocked me with all her heart. And to that, I moved on. I laid with another man.
Okay, so did she?
He and she.
Both. So he put you away.
He never put me away.
Okay, so
he put me away a couple of times and he took me back. Put me away, took me back.
Okay, but in the last situation, did he?
He never put me away.
Okay, so that means you would still be his wife, right?
I could have been until I laid with another man.
Okay, so then you committed adultery.
No, we both. Because Quran let his wives dictate the relationship. So the women that he was like block her. I can't get in touch with them.
Okay. Stick to my question. You committed adultery.
Yes.
Okay. You said we both did. That's not true. Right? Am I correct?
Let's go with adultery. Idolatry is adultery. He putting other women before the Most High.
So he idolized his wife?
Yes, he idolized these women, period. And said, period. Well, can we take this offline? If you guys want to ask those personal questions, I'm not going to lie.
It's okay. Nobody.
That's why I'm like, we should talk about him online.
You're good. You're good. We were just asking questions, but we just didn't want you to go so deep.
Good.
Okay.
But we know that it's on your mind.
Hold up.
What's your name? Crystal.
I'm not.
Listen
You
to
want
me.
me to leave?
No. I don't want you to. I want you to stay here. Okay? So I'm just saying.
It's just not a big topic.
Hold on. It's okay. And I know. And that's what I was about to say. You interrupt a man not in the midst of his speech. Let me talk and I'm going to let you talk, okay? So take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. There you go. It was okay. Hold on. Take another deep breath. Let's take some deep breaths here.
I can be my food.
You can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. All right.
I didn't know I was gonna see y'all tonight.
Hey, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Okay. So
you have brakes on there?
Yeah, she does. She put them on.
Somebody gave this to me as a gift on the street. I love to have this gift.
Crystal. Calm down. That's all I want you to do. There you go. Calm down. That's all. He's
Sorry,
just.
I'm not trying to disrespect.
No. We know you're not. We just want you to remember, you're amongst men. So stay in order. That's all we want you to do. That way, we know that you don't want to be talking like that, and he don't either. But he was just trying to correct you on something that you're not understanding. That's all.
Right.
That's all. So allow him. You can't interrupt him. That way, if you don't interrupt him, you'll be able to get an understanding, and he'll be able to take you to it. Because you don't have an understanding is what we're talking about.
That's why we can't counsel online.
You can counsel anywhere. This is offline is still us counseling.
Right.
But nobody's seeing you. Karam won't see this, and if he does, all he got to do is ask us to take it off, and we will. But at the same time, nobody's in. That's it. All right. But I knew that you wanted to bring it out.
I wanted to bring out the faith part out. I didn't want to talk about him.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I said I didn't want to go too deep into it. I was asking like borderline questions. I said just to see what I'm dealing with. So after that question, it was like, well, do you want the long story or the long story? It's no short story to me. I learned since I was 16 years old. He never slept with me until we were 26 years old. So he told me I didn't lie. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to keep on.
women.
Okay. So get back.
Sorry, I'm sorry. How you say sorry in Hebrew?
Sloppy.
Salaki.
So what's the question I had? I asked you, did you commit adultery? So as we know, adultery is when you sleep with another man when you have a husband.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, because I want to get out of the marriage.
So
And it
someone
was with
give
the
me.
ex.
I'm
I
getting
left
it.
him for it.
Okay, so you wanted to get out of the marriage, so you committed adultery. Do you know the penalty of adultery?
Yeah, you know the penalty of disobeying your mother and father. Everything is death to God.
Hey, Crystal, stay on
Yes,
point.
but I know the
Stay on
penalty
point,
is
Crystal.
death.
Stay on point.
The death. Everybody deserves the death penalty when it comes to Most High. That's a fact.
No, it's not everything.
Sin is sin.
Okay, but every sin has its own consequence.
Right.
So let's stick on the point. I'm asking you, did you know the penalty?
Thank you for taking your day out of the time you're so young to be out here preaching to God.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Blessed.
Thank you. So I asked you, did you know the penalty of adultery?
Yeah, I think don't. Right.
Death.
Right.
So you took yourself out of the marriage and committed adultery, and you put yourself to death.
Right.
So you left, committed adultery, and came back?
No, I never left.
Oh, okay.
And it was the guy that he knew I was leaving him for. So that's why I'm like,
So you left
left what?
the marriage.
I didn't leave. There was no leaving. It was just me telling him what I did wrong and putting going for a short period of time and then taking me right back.
Okay, I'm talking about the adultery.
I never left.
Oh, so he brought you back when you committed adultery?
Where do you guys think you guys? It's just like imagine being in the world. Let's take the truth out of it. It's called. He thinks I'm a thought. I'm not a thought. Believe it or not, I'm a God-fearing woman. But Ram and his ways, it was like dealing with a man in the world. So it wasn't. He didn't treat it like a marriage. He didn't treat it like a marriage. He treated it like dating a girl, really his girlfriend. He trying to be faithful. He trying to be a good hard work king. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand it all at once. Take away that he was teaching me. It just made me realize.
Sis, you're going into your personal problem. I just want to know, did he take you back?
Of course, he took me back several times.
Okay,
several
but
times.
the last situation when you committed adultery, did he take you back?
Yes.
Okay, he took you back.
Yes.
Okay, so
So technically, I should still be his wife, but his other wife were blocking me so much that, like, they rule him. They rule him. They have ownership. And now he has a child.
okay, yeah.
But it's like he named it
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 39. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will.
So you are bound to your husband until he dies, right? So if you are bound to your husband until he dies, that means you guys should still be in a marriage together, right?
Technically, I've slept with, I've had a one night stand with him. Does that count as marriage? He's not the first person I slept with.
Okay, cool. So you guys met at 16 years old, right?
Right. I'm still a virgin. He was waiting for me. He kept cheating on me. Ram has been a pretty boy all his life. He's pulled girls all his life. I pulled men all my life. So I never let
Hold on. We're not getting into that. I'm just trying to quarterback. Okay. So you guys met at 16. Then you guys slept with each other at 26.
Right.
Cool. So now you guys are husband and wife.
Right.
That was in 2016, right?
Right. No, 2017.
2017. Okay, cool. So now you guys are in a marriage. What you say, so-called teaching you, right? He's teaching you. Boom. You guys are still in a marriage. Where did you commit adultery at?
Like, not even a month in. It was too crazy.
Okay, cool. So then not even a month in, you committed adultery. Boom, you guys separated for a little bit. He took you back for adultery. Okay, cool. So now there's no separation. So then you guys are back in marriage. Well, and then where after that did you put it over?
Well, I didn't commit adultery. Broke up because I was hormonal. I didn't know I was pregnant. And I was sensitive to him. He wasn't always like very stern, very conservative otherwise. So I didn't commit adultery. He said because I went off on him one day and said I'm not going to continue 3 months. He never said I'm putting away. So he took it. And consensus to that happening, the termination of our child, and then he took me back later on that year.
So all that conversation.
So I didn't do adultery after that until he finally put me away and said I'm too much, and then I moved on to the next one. And he took me back again. Moved on to the thing and took me back again. He took me back so many times. It was kind of like I don't know who does that in the Bible. Like who is that reminiscent of the Bible? But the last man was somebody he thought was an ox. It wasn't his ox. And again, me and him should still be married, but the women blocked me from, no, it's your wife. I'm his wife, not you no more. And so I'm not diminishing. He's not like, yeah, it's just too, it's too tumultuous. It's dangerous. And I still loved him, but he forced my hand, so I have to. How I'm not hearing from you for a whole year, but every time you talk to me, I still gotta like that. You know, you're still my wife. I'm just checking on you. It's a whole 9 months I ain't heard from you, but your wife don't want me around. You understand what I'm saying? What am I supposed to do? I don't hear from him. He don't text me. You don't call. It's nothing. It's like he act like the way he described it is like him going to war, like him being a veteran. Like can I talk to you if I'm overseas? I'm on a slave ship, and you. How I'm gonna talk to Harriet when Harriet he made it seem like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so hard to talk to him. He knows where I live. He knows how to find me.
Okay, go ahead. First, I'm gonna get you to understand something that you and Karam didn't know.
That we're not together.
No, I'm gonna show you something that you guys didn't know. Read that for me real quick. No, not you. Read that for me real quick. Just allow me to make a point, and then say something. Don't say anything. Allow me to make a point. We good?
Book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 2.
There you go.
And Jesus called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them,
right?
And said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter in the kingdom of heaven.
Now, when Karam came to the camp, he had been in the camp for how long? Like 2 or 3 years, probably. A year and some change. So, didn't he people by the time y'all do? Well, you got to understand. Now he was a soldier. Yes, that has nothing to do with your mental capacity. Right. Has nothing to do with.
But he wasn't full.
Remember, we disagreed. But you're going to allow me to make a point.
For sure. Sorry.
Okay, cool. So it has nothing to do with mental capacity. Karam is a baby. He's trying. He's coming right out of the world, and you are trying. Hold on. I'm not going to give him praise and not give you any. You gotta let me do what I do. I'm good at this. All right. So he's a baby. By the time he ought to be a teacher, he need that one to taught him again, right? That's why he was over there with us, right over here. We was back over here when Karam came over there. We was over here by the library. That's when Karam got over there. Karam was a baby, and so was you. Karam shouldn't even have had a wife. I won't even let him have a wife. And he's a soldier. He's still a baby. You know why? Because how can a baby date a baby?
Right. Talk about it. We're spoiled.
How can a baby marry a baby?
We're spoiled.
Yo, you're not spoiled. You just don't know what the hell you're doing. Karam didn't know how to teach you. Karam was doing this. Karam was applying the precepts, but he was giving you a worldly understanding. It was mixed in there. Now, the Karam that I know, Karam knows how to differentiate the things. I personally know Karam, and he's grown up a whole lot.
Good.
Okay, but that doesn't dictate what happened to the both of you. It doesn't put away from that. But you guys had mistakes. You both were babies, and you were trying to do something that you shouldn't have been doing at the point. So keep reading that real quick, Brother Michelle. So that soldier first class in the car right there. It's a powerful soldier, and he understands that he's a baby. But hey, this is what I'm trying to keep brothers from right here in the car. This is what I'm trying to keep brothers consistent from. This is happening right here.
It was bound to happen. It was gonna happen.
It was bound to happen if you don't listen.
But I encouraged him to get his counsel so much.
Hold up.
So much.
I'm gonna cause you to think. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as a little child.
Now say that part again. Whosoever what?
Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child.
So now you got you and Karam, both babies. Both of y'all not really knowing what to do. And neither one of y'all are willing to humble yourself because you guys were both held on will. In the whole relationship.
Too.
And you know it. And
understand
this. Understand this. I'm a very stern man, and I'm gonna be honest with you. So take it as it comes, okay? All right, you my son. Sit there and relax.
Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greater in the kingdom of heaven.
You know how a child comes looking for nurturement. You're supposed to do the same thing.
I do.
Now, what Karam didn't do, hold on, I'm going to make a point first. I'm going to let you speak. What Karam didn't do is, I'm not sure he did it. I wasn't there. But I'm going to say, according to understanding, to make that stop and those things not happen, is he probably, I'm not for sure, and I'm not going to say he wasn't. I'm just going to say he probably wasn't getting the right counsel. Because I know the counsel that I got was an order to not go into a woman for a whole damn year, and I didn't get to have a wife. So it was me in cold showers. Okay? Because in the world I was a hormone. So you was a hormone in the world?
I was.
Then how can you be a virgin coming in?
No. Because I said he didn't take my virginity. Remember, I said I was a virgin when we met, and he was going to be my husband. But because he cheated so much, he didn't get to take my virginity. He's not the person to take my virginity.
Okay.
Military man did. He cheated on me.
Okay. So keep reading that up.
Verse 5. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receiveth me.
Right?
But so shall offend one of these little ones.
So shall what?
But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that millstone were hang about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea.
He was drowned in a what?
In the depth of the sea.
Start a precept up real quick.
Verse
I
5.
I'm sorry.
And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receive it me. But whoso shall offend one.
Stop right there. That offense is called a stumbling block. Cause one not to believe in Christ and the Most High no more. A stumbling block, or to fall out the truth. Or, well, those two right there are very prominent, and I don't remember anything else besides that. But it's a stumbling block. Now keep reading.
But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe it in me,
right?
It were better for him that a millstone were hang about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Woe unto the world because of offense.
Because they're offensive. Why? Because they have a lot of stumbling blocks. This world, it's like everywhere you go, you get tripped.
Of course, it's meant to do that so that you can make your way to heaven.
So then you can honestly agree with me that you two were putting stumbling blocks on each other.
Absolutely.
Okay, stop.
I was getting heat. I was getting so much heat.
Not yet. Stop.
Church.
Crystal, stop. Crystal. Hold on. Take that over.
It's Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12. But when the time you ought to be teachers, he have need that one teach you again.
So he was already being taught to be a teacher. Because you got to be a priest to a woman first, what I've learned. I didn't come out doing that. We had a bunch of mistakes, didn't we? Then we, but we still together.
What I termination of a
Go ahead,
pregnancy.
go ahead. Stop, Crystal, stop, Crystal. We don't want to have two conversations. Keep going.
You have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God,
Right.
and are become such as have need of milk,
Right.
and of strong and not of strong meat.
Now give me that Matthew 7:21. So I corrected Karam once, right? I was at a taco shop eating. Remember that man was at a taco shop eating, and Karam, his laptop had crashed, and I was mad because I don't do the laptop thing. I do mine on paper. I write my little books, put my precepts in there and break down. Because electrical stuff don't. I mean, somebody can spill a cup of coffee or water on it, and it is malfunctioning, right? So I'm like, Karam, don't do that. And that was sternly. I rebuked him sternly, and guess what he did? He took it with stride. He didn't get mad. He did what I told him to do. But that right there told me he was listening.
Yes.
That right there, he was growing. Hold on, Crystal. Hold on, Crystal. Hold on, Crystal. That right there told me. That right there told me that Karam was learning. He's still a baby. He's still a baby with a baby. Having the babies. Read that real quick. Matthew 7.
This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. Not everyone that says unto me, Lord, Lord, 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man.
So whoever heareth these sayings and doeth them, he will liken them unto a wise man. How much more for a woman? He will liken her unto a wise woman. So, and when I say Crystal, you got to learn how not to interrupt the man in the midst of his speech. Watch. Hey, so you bit your lip, didn't you?
I'm a teacher by trade.
No. If you're a teacher by trade, you should understand your students not to interrupt.
But you guys are so good.
That don't mean you say anything.
Take me.
Which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended.
Start at 24 again.
24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock.
Right, keep reading.
And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the wind blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not.
So the rain came, and the wind blew, and it beat upon the house. What was that? That was tribulation. It was tribulation. That came and blew upon the rock, right? It blew upon the house.
Take my faith.
But what was it? If you built it upon the rock, the foundation, which is right here. Now,
Yes, I believe in the Bible wholeheartedly.
Hold on. Start again. Verse 44.
Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock.
A wise woman that builds her what upon a rock? A house upon a rock. Your house is like when you go to Proverbs, a woman's house is femininity, right? Beautiful, inspirational. She's quiet. She's meek with her answers to other women. She's not interruptive. She's very what you call that, teachable. Those things right there, that's the house that a woman can build, that is strong. Now keep reading.
And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house.
So that was just being tested. That was tribulation. All right, keep reading.
And it fell not.
And it fell not. Why? Because she was strong.
For it was founded upon a rock.
Keep reading.
And every one that
that rock was Christ, right? But you don't follow Christ directly. You follow your husband directly. He follows Christ. The fact that he's following Christ and he's teaching you, you cannot be broken. Keep going.
And everyone that heareth me saying behind, right, and doeth them not, right, shall be likened unto a foolish man, who has built his house upon the sand.
The sand, what happens is that, like, if you pour some water on the sand at the beach, it just float away, huh? the water will come to a shore and start grabbing sand, right? That's that tribulation that comes and it takes you away. What you got to do right now is you got to take all that tribulation, and let it go.
Listen.
Because you know what? Nope, not see.
I'm trying to talk about him.
It's washing you away though. Tribulation is washing you away, Crystal. Tribulation is washing you away.
What do you mean by that? Break that down. Break down that statement. I don't know
Book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 2. And Jesus called a little child unto him.
And that's what he's doing now. He's calling you unto him. We not Christ. His word is out here. His word, and I'm trying to tell you, Crystal, and I'm showing you what's wrong. You're being washed away.
What does that mean? I don't know what you mean.
And set him in the midst of them.
Uh-huh.
And said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter the kingdom of heaven.
So when you come to us, come like a child. When we tell that child to be quiet, not demeaning you, not belittling you, but as our sister. I don't have to be born by the same mother and father as you to be your brother. Because we're born by the same mother and father. That's why I'm your brother. But I'm up here in a stance of authority, all of us. Even this young man here. You can't come up here so talking. But you got to wait for us to give you the floor. But you can't respond off of everything that we say. But you said, and I appreciate the compliment. You said we're good, and I appreciate it. We study really hard and diligent to do this. Okay? Thanks. All right? But while you up here, and you in front of every man, humble yourself. Stay submissive to every man, but be in subjection to your own husband. Every woman is supposed to be in submission to every man, not just your husband, but to every man. But you're in subjection to your own husband. You're just that submissive state of, yes, sir, how you doing? Okay, cool, and I'm gone. That's it. So when you're up here, you're just quiet. And we know you got questions, but we want you to be that little child right there that's in there, that's coming for nurturement, and to help you so you're not washed away. And you know how you're being washed away? Now I can answer. You're very talkative, you're not listening much, and you keep jumping out of order.
That means I need to go home and take my medication and go to bed.
No.
No, swear to God.
Okay.
I just got out of the hospital. So if
And
you're noticing that,
I guess that is.
I
I guess that is. But not saying that we want you to leave. We love you. We love you right here. Okay? I like you right here. You listening and everything else, and us answering your questions. But we want you to be that kid always, even when you're not here. Be that little child learning. Even when you're not here, Crystal. We here every Tuesday and Friday at 5:30. You can come here. Crystal, you can come here. Okay? Now, allow that woman to answer a question. Ask you a question. Go ahead.
I really don't have a question. I just wanted to talk about faith. What faith, bring out all the precepts about faith. Talk about faith.
Oh, we had a certain topics that we was going to talk about.
Okay, so what I was going to was keeping the commandments, not just saying you love the Most High, but keep His commandments and show them.
I want to talk about the precept where Christ told Peter. We know how Peter.
So are you asking a question about the precept?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we talk about how Christ prayed the most beautiful prayer for Peter. And people act like Peter messed up so bad. Talk about how he prayed, how Christ prayed, or how I prayed. Peter, I have already prayed that your faith will fail you not. Why did he pray that prayer for Peter? Let's talk about that.
Well, I remember I read about how Peter, he was getting mad at Yahushua because Yahushua kept testing him and asking him if he loved him. Peter has a big problem with faith and
Exalting himself.
Right, exalting himself and not having patience. That's why it's been a big thing with Peter.
But why didn't he have patience if he's with Yahushua who has all patience in the world? One thing about God is that, one thing about
I'm answering that question real quick. Why didn't he have patience if he's with Yahushua?
right. And who else lacks patience?
Hold on. Do you have patience?
I do when I'm quiet. Yes, I do. I have all the patience.
When you're quiet, right? But you like to, say jump into conversations a lot, right? That means you're not patient enough to wait. So then, just like how Peter's a human being, you're a human being, everybody's a human being, we have our problems. And that was just one of Peter's problems. Right?
I do have patience. It's called set the rules, so I know the rules. It's called, this is my first time to camp in real life. I promise you. This is my first time to camp in real life. I watch it online. This is my first time to camp, so set the rules. Have rules. On the door, on the window. Make a little fire. Make a, like how you guys have those things. Make it. We'll answer questions at the end. Will women be information? How you have to do it on the ground? Make one first. The rules of your camp. So everybody can read that and say, okay, we'll answer questions accordingly, right?
Yeah.
It's just giving y'all good examples of what you could also be shown. Thank you.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna keep going my lesson.
So please forgive me for not knowing the rules and the boundaries of camp.
It's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Can you forgive me?
Yeah, I forgive you.
No, I'm messing
I
with you.
have to see if I have to ask if you forgave me or not. I don't know.
I'm gonna keep going my lesson. If you have any questions while I'm doing my lesson, feel free to ask.
Hey, how long are you guys gonna be out there until? I just want to make sure I'm safe because I'm getting attacked. Yeah, business owners, police, everybody.
Okay. We're just gonna be out here until we feel it's sufficient enough that we've reached out to enough people or that we taught enough.
Okay. You guys know the time right now? I don't know.
The time is 7:24.
Okay, I'll stay until 8 o'clock, and I gotta go home.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So, give me John 14.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 3, verse 1. Put them in the mind to be subject to principalities, and power, to obey, ministry, to be ready to every good work.
Ready, every good work. We're supposed to keep the commandments to have all of this inside of us, right? The principalities, they put inside good work, you know what I'm saying? We go home, we study, we bring it out here, we teach the people. These are all the things that we can use it for, right?
It's the book of John, chapter 14, verse 21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me.
Right. So he that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he that loves me, right? All right.
And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and will manifest myself to him.
Manifest myself to him. How does Yahushua manifest himself to him? By blessing us, by giving us more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
Yeah, he been blessing the hell out of us, to tell you the truth. Tell you the truth.
Now, this lesson, just so you know, so you can be caught up, this lesson is about diligence.
Nice.
Good. Give me Proverbs 13 and 4. Give me Proverbs 10 and 4.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 4. The soul of the sluggard desireth and had nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat.
The soul of the sluggard desireth and haveth nothing, right? So say the sluggard, he wants to do something, but he doesn't get it, right? He doesn't have it. But the person that is a sluggard, saying he's fat, he has everything, he's getting everything done. Boom, boom, bam, bam, right? Got that?
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 3. The Lord would not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish.
Right. Sorry, start over, Bible chapter.
Proverbs chapter 10, verse 3. The Lord would not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish.
Right. The Lord will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, right? Famish means to be hungry. Or he's not going to let that righteous soul be hungry. He's not going to let it, you know what I'm saying? He's going to fill that soul with everything that is sufficient unto him. Or everything that he needs. All the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Right?
But he casteth away the substance of the wicked.
Right? But he casts away the substance of the wicked. Pushes away the wicked. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead.
He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand.
Right, he becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand. All right, that slack hand that doesn't want to do nothing or doesn't want to come out here and push the word.
You don't want to do the work.
Yep. You don't. Hey, most times not gonna deal with it. Go ahead.
But the hand of the diligent maketh rich.
Right, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. Right, it could be rich on earth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Most times giving you wisdom, be able to apply it to other things, your work and your workforce and everything. Right? And then, you know what I'm saying, you build your riches in heaven. All right? Let's that in on verse 4.
Okay. Nobody say that. I don't know. I mean, we would have I always said that though. I was like, man, hey bro, we just too blessed right now, man. And we had 2 lambs last week. We had 2 thick lambs last week. Oh, what do you mean?
First Proverbs 12 and 24.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 9. Let us not be weary and well doing.
Right.
For in due season we shall reap.
Hey, it said, let us not be weary and well doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be sad that, man. You know what I'm saying? I just gave this person like my last $5. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't go give me a soda or something. Hey. Right, exactly, right? Now I can't go get some Arizona and some shit. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the Most High is going to let you reap. Or he's going to let you, he's going to say, give you more, right? Go ahead.
And you must be a blessed young man. Because he could be getting a lot of Arizona and shit. He be getting a lot of Arizona. Yeah. Last year, I don't know how many Arizona we got. Last year. A lot of Pringles. Ain't that why you bought him that big thing of Pringles? A lot of Pringles in Arizona. Yeah, bless young man. I was just thinking about that. That came to my mind. Go ahead.
If we faint not, as we have therefore opportunity, let us do good.
If we shall reap, if we faint not, right? So we gotta keep doing the willing of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Keep out here, keep teaching the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The people of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? All right. Give me, you got that?
Yeah. Proverbs 12 and 24.
Yeah.
It's Proverbs chapter 12, verse 24. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule.
Right, the hand of the diligent shall bear rule. Go ahead.
But the slothful shall be under tribute.
All right, but the slothful shall be under tribute. Go ahead. So the hand of the diligent shall bear rule. You know what I'm saying? The people that go out there, they put in that work and everything, they're going to bear rule, especially when you put in the work of the Most High, or you're going to be a daddy flesh. All right? But the person that was sluggard, that didn't want to come out here and teach the people, he'll be under tribute, man. He's going to be able to the 2/3. All right? That's all right. I got one more.
A lot of meat on it. Proverbs 12 and 25. Heaviness in the heart of men maketh it stoop, but a good word maketh it glad. So just going to say, like, you know, a man that deals with a slack hand maketh himself poor, but a man with heaviness in his heart, he just stoops. His spirit stoops, but at the same time, that's when he falls out of the truth. Because his spirit is tired. He's heavy. His spirit is heavy. You got to look at people and see when their spirit is heavy. Not, you know, all right, for instance, Zaquan Nathaniel said a lot of people are falling out of the truth. And they are. But you got to look at their spirit and see why they're falling out of the truth. Is it because they don't understand? Or is it because their spirit is tired? Basically, they're tired of living. Give wine to a man with a heavy heart. Give liquor to a man that's ready to perish. You can look at a person and look at their spirit and be like, yeah, they're tired. Huh? Proverbs 12 and 25. So heaviness in the heart of a man maketh it stoop. Talking about your consciousness, your spirit. The heaviness in your mind maketh it stoop. So that's your spirit that's stooping down. And you can start looking at them and you can see them just the way they operate or the way they talk to you. And you can tell their spirit is real low and they need like a pick me up. But if you don't know what's wrong with them, how you gonna pick them up? But if you follow the law and continue to get the spirit in you and get, like I just read that one that the Most High is not going to let the righteous famish. You know what I'm saying? We eat good. That's telling us something. That's like, okay, cool. We are the righteous. You know what I'm saying? We eat all the time. If you eating good all the time, that's because you're doing something right. The Most High is saying you're doing something right. Go ahead.
Literal food or biblical food?
Both. So, but yeah, that spirit stoops, and you can see it. And honestly, I started to feel that way. Motherfucker was getting on my nerve. That's why I was like, man, I need a schedule. I need a schedule so I can stop paying attention to what's over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I was looking at everything. I was like, man, y'all get on my nerves, man. It's just, people get on my nerves. I'm like, how can y'all really do what y'all doing if y'all read all of this? If you read all of this, I don't get how you're doing what you're doing. I don't get it. And then, like I tell Soldier First Class in the car, right? Always look up a word, know what it means. And a lot of people go in here and they'll read a word and they really think they know what it means, and they don't know what it means. So understand the words put life in you. These words put life in you. But if you don't understand what that word meant, what's the heart? According to the Bible. Don't just say your mind. You gotta give me.
It's your soul, it's your spirit, everything that God. Like nobody can outcreate God. Nobody.
I understand that, but I want to know what the heart is, and I want you to be very detailed about it. I want to know what the heart is.
The heart is your mind. It's your
I know the mind, but that's just that's surface. That's surface. We get it.
The heart is what you want to do.
Keep on. Just keep on.
The heart is who you are in God. Okay, and God is in you. Because He's in all of us. Some of us are set apart to righteous. Some of us are set apart. So God's heart, we are. I mean, love.
Now you see what I mean? Now you see what I mean? People will read this and they honestly think they know what it means.
But I
Your heart,
the heart is a mind.
hold on. Your heart is your characteristics.
It's your trait.
It's your character.
Is it your traits and your temperament?
It can be that. But your character, how you are, your demeanor, how you carry yourself, that is in your heart. Your heart tells you to
Where's the
act
precept
this
for
way.
that?
You got to look up the word. Hold on. I got you. This is Proverbs 12 and 25. Heaviness of the heart of men maketh it stoop. Heaviness in the heart. Why? Because something is bothering you. Your characteristics, you're not able to be yourself.
For me?
No, I'm speaking broadly. You're not able to be yourself. It's cool. It's cool. But I want to make sure you leave here understanding.
I want to leave. I want to just go.
I want to make sure when you leave here, you understand what the heart is. And don't just go, yeah, you can say your mind. You can tell somebody your mind and not go deep into it. You say it's not the thing in your chest, but it's your characteristics. It's your moral, civil, dietary, and your ceremonial within yourself and how you govern your spirit. So when you say your heart, it's like, bro, you got a messed up heart. Or, bro, you sold your soul to the devil, right? No, I'm just saying. Bro, I'm just saying. You can see these things on people and you can apply the characteristics to the person.
Right.
That's it. Hold on. I'm not done yet. So once you apply the characteristics to a person, you know that it's his heart that's causing them to do these things. All right? So That is the heart. And you got to apply it. So when you see that person, you can say, bro, you sold your soul to the devil. Devil is not a person. The devil is a word. Satan is a person. But the devil, though, is just a word. So when a person sold his soul to lies, he sold his soul to the devil.
Right. But you are using euphemisms. People, you know how we speak in similes and metaphors and all of that stuff, all those wise and dark things. The Bible is a good book, but people don't understand this is the only book you really need to know. But people don't understand the different transliterations of the Bible, so that's why a lot of people reject Christ before they even get to accept Christ, because they don't know how to read. Reading is fundamental. When you're in school, you can't do nothing without knowledge is power. Remember when we heard that? I grew up in the 90s. So people need to understand that God is power. I grew up in the southeastern part of San Diego, but my family is originally from Lafayette, Louisiana. So I have Creole in me, and I have Black in me.
You have Creole and Black in you?
Yes, and I don't know. My mother is like I'm related to. One side of my family name is Levier, the other is Toussaint. I'm a Monroe. We're related to Toussaint Levier, the guy who created the Haitian. You know about the guy who created the Haitian rebellion? I'm related to him. But
so you're Haitian?
I don't know if I'm Haitian. I call myself.
If you're related to him.
I don't know if I'm related to him. I haven't done the test yet. You're popular. But here's the thing, what I was going to say is I'm not trying to be this way. I literally just got out of the hospital. You guys see these bloods, everything over mental health. The enemy been attacking me. If you Google me right now, I'm going to be the first one to pop up. I've been on this path for a very long time. And this is my business. Endless, what you see right here, this is my business. I'm in grad school. Trying to finish up. It's taking me 4 years to finish one curriculum.
What's what college you go to?
My stack. I'm just trying to let you guys know my background so when you interact with somebody with my characteristics, you don't take that she got ADHD, she's off, she's this, she's that. No, God has made me to be an educator.
Well, right. It says not judged by appearance, but judged by judgment.
Right. So if you guys
so I'm gonna bring out this.
Judge,
I'm gonna bring out this.
Understand that I am a righteous woman. I'm trying to be submissive, but my medication is off right now, and that's why I'm like, I just found my prescription. I was about to leave because I thought it wasn't in my bag, and I just found it here. And I can go back and get it and go home. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been through some things. I mean, some things I've been through. I almost got killed several times. When you interact with the law like I do, I could be a standard plan.
What does that mean?
It means that when the perk, do y'all even know what the perk team is? If you don't,
No.
When police be chasing me,
I'm asking you something.
Beating me up.
I'm asking you something, Crystal. Yeah. I'm asking you something. What does that mean? What is like your life and things that are going on? What does that mean? What does that mean? What are you taking that as?
What?
These things are happening.
Oh, it's trial and tribulation.
So you're getting judged.
I'm being tested.
No, you're being judged.
No, I'm being bold because I'm getting riches at the same time. People are giving me free things on the street. This gold earrings. Men are trying to propose to me. I'm like, no. So I'm in my season. I was in the hospital because somebody in my family was worried about me. And they called the people to check on me, and I ran from them.
Right.
And then they took me to the mental health hospital. I'm leaving with riches. They give me back everything I got on. I paid for my shoes. Everything else came for free. And I got clothes that left, like, it looked like somebody gave me $5,000 to go shop at the nicest parts and whatever. And that's all my hospital visits come out looking like that. So that's God judging me. Then what is he judging me for? My heart. He knows my heart. That's what, I know y'all hate when people like, only God can judge you. That's the worst kind of judge that could ever judge you. And that's a fact. So when you guys judge me and you don't know me and you're not privy to the information I'm privy to, then it's a communication breakdown. And I'm not trying to argue with Ben. We're not arguing. You guys are reasoning with me, but you don't know anything about me. You see me for 5 seconds, you see a world of clamorous woman. I'm not trying to be clamorous. No.
This is Ciroc. This is Ciroc. Chapter 38 and verse 15. He that sinneth, he that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician.
So he that sinned in front of his maker shall may indeed fall into the hand of position, right? Right, exactly. So that means you have sin, so that means you have to be equal to offering.
Okay, stop right there. You repented. That's good.
But I asked him specifically, have you forgiven me for this? And that
Crystal, stop real quick so we can explain something to you. I love the fact that you repented. Okay? But I'm trying to get you to understand this. That what you're going through is because of what you've done. Now, hold on. It's because of what you've done. That's it. Now you're coming to the point of repentance. Hold on, not done yet. I'm about to let you go. I just want to tell you, the reason why I said that is to let you know that way you can continue to repent. And I like the fact that you understand what you were doing is wrong. Continue to repent. Continue to learn. Come around us. Come to camp. Crystal, come to camp. And just understand that when you sin before you, and the Most High don't judge you right away. He doesn't judge you right away. No, he don't judge people right away. And I go to him. He don't judge you right away. He doesn't judge you right away. He allows you to get your ish together. So take this as an understanding. Do you want me to go to the precept?
Yes, but no. Really quick.
Hold on. I'm not done.
Crazy. I didn't tell you guys that I've been Daniel's back. So what
Crystal,
happened? I have threads in my hair now.
Crystal, stop. Let me finish. I know what I'm saying whatever I'm saying is bringing a lot of stuff into your head. But I need you to hold down real quick. Do you understand what I just said? Yes or no? Okay, go. Boom. Boom. There we go. That's all I wanted is the understanding. Hold on.
Okay. Said if you start talking a lot and everything like that to send you home, but that's we'll be back. We'll be back on Friday at 5:30. You can come back then. But you know what I'm saying? The cousins off and everything is
it's fine.
yeah. Because it's just
Crystal, we love you. We love you.
I'm going to get my meds. I told you guys I just got to
Okay.
They were here before they
No.
They want to be okay.
No,
No, they want to be okay.
He's gone.
Oh yeah, I had 2 Timothy 2. Oh, there you go, my bad.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 29. Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He should stand before kings. He should not.
Do you see a man diligent in his business, right? It could be in his workplace. It could be with the Most High. Or you see that man diligent in his business, man, he's going to be sitting amongst kings. Or you ever been told, hey, you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to be in a great place. Right? Or you're going to go somewhere, right? That's what he's saying, right?
He should not stand before mean man, for they are deceitful meat.
God, but he's not going to sit amongst mean men, right? For they are deceitful meat. Or those people out there, they're real deceitful, right? They're not diligent. Say, just giving some praise to the, to the celebrities, right? They put a lot of work into what they do. Our rappers put a lot of work into what they do. Professional athletes put a lot of work into what they do.
That's right.
Are they diligent in their business?
That's right.
Okay. That's all right. Go ahead.
It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 15. Study to shew thyself approved unto Yahweh, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed.
Start over about the
2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 15. Study to shew thyself approved unto God.
To shew thyself approved of God, right? So you got to study to show yourself that you are approved, that you are the right person for the Most High's kingdom. Right?
A workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness.
And shine from vain babblings. Vain babblings for then it creates more wickedness. Or it's going to create more wickedness. If you keep going about those vain babbling on, it'll create more wickedness, man. All right, so you're not supposed to do that. 2 Peter 1:10. Then we Proverbs 11:27.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1, verse 10. Wherefore, so rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling.
Give diligence to make your calling, right? Don't think that as soon as you become a praise God that your calling is made to the Most High, right? You gotta shoot diligence. Hey, you gotta shoot diligence. Right, so it's crazy. It's like you gotta shoot diligence up to the Most High just so you can get that call to set your appointment. You know what I'm saying? You gotta shoot that. You gotta make that call. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you shall never fall.
If you do these things, you shall never fall. All right, got that? All right, last reason.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 27. He that diligently seek God, he that diligently seek good, proveth faith. I'm gonna ask you first time no. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 27. He that diligently seek good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him.
God, he that goes into mischief, right? It's gonna come unto you. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen a lot of that, man. A lot of kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, my little you know what I'm saying? They doing this, doing that, and then what? They get caught after a while, right? You doing all that mischief, man. Hey, you gonna get caught once. You know what I'm saying? That mischief is gonna come unto you. You looking up the word for God.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 27. He that diligently seek good procureth favor.
Hey, he that diligently seek good procureth favor. You're gonna seek. You're gonna ask. It's gonna come unto you. You're gonna get that favor.
Seek or desire favor.
Right. You're gonna desire favor, right?
But he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto him.
But he that seeketh mischief, it shall come unto you. All right. So, hey, keep the commandments. Stop going into mischief. All right. Hey, stay diligent. All right, and keep the commandments outside and the inside.
Procureth favor. All right. Desire favor.
And with that, give all praise, honor, glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. You saw the name of God, son of Mashiach, Yahushua, who were ignorantly called Jesus Christ.
Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Alahayanahu Yahweh Akad.
The original guys, my Lord.